What's up, everyone? This is Super Marcel, and welcome to Dinosaur Fossil Hunter. This is a dinosaur game, obviously, but essentially it's a paleontologist simulator. We basically play the role of a paleontologist. We go around place to place, and we dig up dinosaur fossils. Um, and it's really interesting for me to talk about this because, for context, for anyone new, I am a paleontologist in training. I am a student in university, learning how to be a paleontologist. But in a way, I sort of can kind of already classify me as a paleontologist. I just don't have the doctorate degree yet. Because I have been on my fair share of digs now. I got my own collection of real fossils that I myself have collected. I've definitely been to fossil sites. Granted, none of them are dinosaurs. um, of course, I do have some cool stuff that I have found, but none of them are dinosaurs yet, as of yet. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like I am a paleontologist, so I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I know um the methods that we do because I myself have actually been on the field, and that's a large part of this game. It will be me on the field. So yeah, here we are, just looking at this picture of this Stegosaurus skeleton. Which, by the way, it's not accurate actually. The tail should be like elevated, not touching the ground. It should be held upwards. The neck should be longer, and the plates should be asymmetrical instead of like, oh, look how perfectly smooth this is. Now that the plates were like, they were side by side, yeah, but like they were not you know some they were not perfectly symmetrical. One was upper than the other on both sides of the Stegosaurus backside. But yeah, and I is the theme no, I think that the leg bones are fine. Anyways, but we're not looking at Stegosaurus unless we do find Stegosaurus. But yeah, I've already done the tutorial, so you don't need to go through the pressure of having me to go through all that. I'm sure you people that are already aware of this game have already seen that type of stuff. So I'm just gonna do my own stuff after the tutorial, and I've done the tutorial on my own anyway. So before the game even came out. What's this? Is that the order for Mimus? Oh, that's neat. Yeah, let's see what we got. Choose a toy. I don't want to choose a toy. I just want to. Boom. There we go. With a nice little underline. Sort of. I don't know why the pen is inconsistent. It's just like my actual pen. Alright. Yep, these are definitely, totally tools for paleontology. Yep. We're definitely paleontologists, not serial killers. Nuh-uh. But nah. Some of this stuff is useful. Particularly the plaster. Of course, we have our own pickaxes. I myself have my own little hammer pick, kind of just like this, but it's like a blue handle. Don't really have anything else. All the other stuff. Oh yeah, we bring our own brushes with us. Um, but every other use stuff. The thing about big digs is that we tend to not always go alone. We have a team with us to get the things done faster, so we have more hands on deck. So there will probably be one main coordinator that is also bringing all this other stuff, just in case of the situation. I don't know about the chainsaw part. We didn't bring a chainsaw in our digs, but I don't know. We'll see how we go from here. Right. So this is all cool stuff, but like, can we get digging? Ah, this is useful. Yeah. Of course, the weather is a factor in making digs. You don't want to get wet while you're making digs, but at the same time, maybe it's best to wait after the day of the rain, because rain tends to wash off sediment and mud that is covering fossils. So there may be a big punch of like ground that is there that may have had a fossil, but we don't know that there was a fossil there because it's just, to us, it's just ground. Rain comes in, washes off that dirt, and then suddenly it's like, oh look, there's a dinosaur there. In fact, I think that's how the T-Rex was found, wasn't it? It was a big giant storm, and then the next day the farmers went around, and then suddenly they found, like, holy moly, it's a giant bone. Oh, this giant bone came from something really ferocious. Yes, sometimes it's good to dig the day after a rain, so you might find some good stuff. Of course, that being said, you gotta recognize what areas might have fossils. So you mainly want to look at for sedimentary rock, and particularly areas that have clear layering, call that stratigraphy, where you look at a rock wall and there's like a clear layer of different rocks, and the way it works is that the mud would stack up on top of each other and it will solidify, and those signify different ages. It's how we date stuff. Of course, there's other stuff.
In the garage gave me an idea to call my university professor. During our conversation, it turned out that he was about to start a new phase of research in exactly the same place as before. However, lots changed since then. The quarry has been closed, and the underground search for fossils will be conducted at a deeper level than before.
Ooh. So older
Despite
dinosaurs.
the limited budget he had at his disposal, we reached an agreement, and I signed the contract.
Okay. Right. Where's our camp? We had a camp last time, didn't we, in the tutorial? Oh, this is our camp. Is it? Don't know what's up with the green fencing. But yeah, like in the digs that I have, we mainly did a road trip in Victoria, so we went to a lot of different Victoria fossil sites, which are primarily, you know, what's it, Paleozoic, so this is times before the dinosaurs. I can't put it in the boot. Let me just leave it there. Okay. Just go. Let's just go. Yeah, like it was all, there was some Devonian, some Carboniferous. We were mainly looking for fish for the most part, fish fossils, and some amphibian fossils here and there. And yeah, there was, and we even at the end, I forgot what it was called, but at the end there was Cenozoic megafaunal footprints.
Being in the mine, without any problem, I noticed the excavation area in its lowest part. This is where I was to start my search. A few days earlier, a strong wind had destroyed the excavation equipment, so my first job was to clean up the exploration area and set up a new fence.
Okay. Can I just off-road it and just... We're going in! It somehow worked. Don't ever do that. Alright. Yeah, so some of the sites, you know, some of the sites we had a place to camp from like a hotel or something, but most of the time we had to camp out in like the wild, basically, right? So we had to set up our own tents and stuff, you know, because it's a good walking distance. Most fossil sites are like not at a car's distance, if that makes sense. You have to walk to the fossil sites. Holy moly. Oh god. Oh god, no. Why? Whatever, it's shallow freshwater, so I guess it's not bad. Okay. That's an interesting topic. Yeah, there are sometimes you have fossils underwater. The most infamous one that I can think about. So there was one fossil site, I believe. It was Madagascar? Probably not there. But it was like some fossil site where we went underwater, and there were fossils underwater, and they were like there were primate fossils, probably lemurs, I think. There were lemur fossils. They were in an underwater cave, and so yeah, it was cool excavating them. Of course, you would never see me doing that because, you know, caves and underwater is not a very pleasant mix, but yeah, alright. Pressure pump with dredge nozzle will allow you to extract fossils while diving. Oh, you are joking me. I have to... Oh my god. Okay. So I'm assuming it's telling me that there's fossils underwater. Is this how you do it? Is this how you dig fossils underwater? Again, I've never dug fossils underwater before, and I doubt I will ever dig fossils underwater. So can't really tell you whether or not this is actually what we do. So, I don't know. Ah, bloody hell. This brings me back to my diving. There wasn't once a time where I did dive, or I did diving class once. Because I was interested in seeing like the ocean animals, and obviously you can't see ocean animals without, you know, being in the water. So I learned how to do diving class. And I was taught how to dive, and I was actually doing very well. But then we were actually on the field, and there was bloody. We got into the area, and it's hard to explain the feeling, but like it was. At some point in the dive, it just felt like I couldn't breathe. I was breathing, and I knew I can breathe, but I don't know. It just felt like I couldn't. It was such a weird mental thing. Which, by the way, if you're going diving, bring a buddy with you. It's important that you bring a buddy with you. It's a diving law. Because if something bad happens and you pass out, you're not gonna save yourself because you're passed out. That's what the diving buddy's for. You know, just save your butt. Yeah. But that's not really why I have thalassophobia. I'm pretty sure I had thalassophobia even before the diving incidents, right? You know, sharks and whales to me, they're scary. You know, and even while we were doing the diving stuff, I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, if we come across a whale or a shark, that's it. I'm gonna panic, and I want to get us out of the water. You know. But yeah. I don't know, it was good, nice. You know, I still probably would dive, but only under the circumstance that I can see the bottom and I know there's no whales or sharks nearby. You know, if I can see the bottom of the seafloor from where I am from the boat, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll dive. Otherwise, if I can't see that bottom, there's no way I'm going into that water with a diving suit. You know, it's just... Yeah, nah. Fear makes you an interesting person. It really changes your mind. It makes you do stuff you wouldn't think you would do. Or make you not do stuff that you would want to do. Or you wouldn't really want to do it if you were afraid, but you get what I mean. You're quite in a big mindset when you got fear going on. This bloody box! Alright. See what I mean? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I have all this stuff, don't I? Yeah. Why am I not using that? I thought I had to pick it up. Is this not the right area? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff actually. Now this whole heat scanning thing, I don't know whether or not it's official or not, if this would actually work as a guaranteed method of finding fossils? Probably not. I don't quite understand the logic here on why heat from the heat from the ground equals fossils. But oh, we got a bunch of. But the whole flagging stuff, that's real. Yeah, we do the flagging stuff. Oh man, what's it called? What's it called? Hold on. I'm gonna flashback myself with notes from classes. Aha! Pedestrian survey, I think is what it's called. Eventually, we essentially just, you know, we get like a certain measurements, a certain area of the sites that we're looking at. And, you know, and then we go around, look for anything unnatural, or things that we might suspect probably could be something worth looking at, and you know we flag it, and then we come back to those flagged areas and you know take a look. Yeah, right on. But now looking for the notes, there is something similar to this, but it's not you know heat vision. I don't know what's with the predator heat vision, you know, because they're dead. They're not going to be producing heat anytime soon. But we do have like ground scanning technology, you know, where we go around with this device, and we essentially just shockwave the ground and see if we get any unusual things popping up. And if we do, then we're probably going to go back to that area and dig it up and see what we got. Anyways, we got a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Now this thing, I don't know what this thing is. The Geiger counter, I might need to look at that. But I don't know if this does actually work, and if it does tell us if a rock is a fossil. You know, I don't know if you can just simply just scan a rock and you know go like, hey, this is a fossil. That might be a fossil actually. It's not? Oh, interesting. It's got some unique sediment on it though. But usually, yeah. The way you could tell a fossil, for one, it's obvious. You would just see like a bone or something sticking out the rock, and it's just very obvious that it's clearly there's fossils in there. But there's also another method. If you're not clear if something's a rock or something's a fossil, the neat trick. This is gonna. Not many people are gonna find this method pleasant per se, but essentially you simply just lick the rock. But the idea is that something about carbon or something, but your tongue like sticks. It full on sticks to the. Oh, that's a fossil. The. Can we have a look? Rotate it. No, don't throw the fossil. I would prefer you not to throw the fossil. But yeah, you just your tongue would like slightly stick to the bone, or the fossil, right? And that's how you would tell if something's a rock or something's a fossil. Can I please like investigate? I wanna. Oh, here we go. There we are. So that might be a fossil. That might be a fossil. I don't know. Apparently there's fossils in this. That's probably a fossil, isn't it? Yeah, we got a. Yeah, there's definitely fossils in there, so that's good. I would advise not to throw the rock around if you do find the fossil, because remember, This is an animal that has been dead for millions of years, so the bone is probably really fragile. You know, you don't wanna accidentally break the bone. So you know, be very cautious with what you do. Yeah, we wrap it up in this thing.
My first professional excavation was an experience that I'll always remember very fondly. Once I took a good look at the fossils I found, I knew I discovered something huge. I told my professor about it right away.
Cool. And then, yeah, what we essentially do is we cover it in plaster, which is this like white, goopy covering, right? So it thickens up the rock, and you know it makes it less likely to break. You know, so and then later on in the lab, we cut open the plaster, we pick apart the rock, and you know we get the fossil. Yeah, really cool stuff. Yeah, but now we go in even extra further measurement and you know cover it in bubble wrap. Bubble wrap's a good alternative if you don't have plastic. A dromaeosaur.
He arrived at the excavation site in person and confirmed my assumptions. What I found was part of a dromaeosaur skeleton. It was an important enough discovery for a professor to reach out to media, which were happy to take up the topic. Soon, my discovery had become a countrywide sensation.
Oh, we're looking at a dromaeosaur, huh? In fact, the dromaeosaurus. Right, interesting. Okay, that's cool. Alright, let's just keep going around, see if we find more fossils. Oh! Speak of the devil. Right, interesting that we're looking at we're picking at getting dromaeosaur fossils. Of course, dromaeosaurs are very infamous dinosaurs. They're most famous known as the raptors. That's probably a fossil right there. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Still good that we got something. Now, whether or not Dromaeosaurus lived with Struthiomimus is probably something that I'm going to have to look at. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It could be possible. Oh, right, the plastic. I would definitely be interested to actually see the fossil, the full fossil in person when, well, not in person. This is a game. Yeah, unknown species. Is it not the dromaeosaurs? Okay. I wonder just how many fossils we're dealing with here. But also, it's also important to remember, right? Don't always assume that you're gonna find the full skeleton or even major skeletons as a whole, because there's some certain things you gotta realize when analyzing, finding dinosaur bones. You know, when something dies, you know, things tend to eat the carcass. So and when obviously when that happens, there's going to be a lot of scavenging, and the bones are going to be articulated and spread out, and not in order. So you're not always going to find the fossil, the full skeleton. You'll be lucky if you find the majority of the skeleton because of scavengers. Honestly, the best case scenario for a full skeleton fossil is if the dinosaur died like in water, like it died, probably drowned, let's say, and sunk to the bottom of this lake, let's say, and then the mud covers it over. Oh, we got something. Yeah. And not only could the bones be spread apart, but there may be the chance that the bone is broken. There's lots of different factors of the bone breaking. You know, there's the chance that the bone may be broken in half by predators that can cause such devastation. That's definitely a fossil. Look at that. That might be the skull, actually. Yeah. Cover it up. Okay, is this all of it, or are we expecting more? But yeah, the bone might be broken from the predator scavenging it. There's also the chance that, you know, through millions of years, the Earth was constantly changing and stuff. So there were earthquakes and geological events. So there may be the chance that the bone may have been crushed by a falling rock. Maybe the bone itself may have fallen and shattered from impact. There's a lot of different factors. Honestly, finding a fossil is really lucky. Like, you know, to go through millions and millions of years of change and, you know, barely, yeah, go through all that stuff. Okay, now, are we finished here? Or are there more bones to find? There's that lake. We still haven't done anything about that lake. We removed the sediment, but not the rest of it. Do we just need to have dug up those bones? If so, what was the point of this lake? What was the point of me just removing all the sediment? Whatever. I would definitely like to see this dromaeosaur. Or from what my understanding, it's the dromaeosaurs, isn't it? Oh, come on. You didn't mean to tell me we don't have rope? Alright. Oh, is it drone? I don't know what I'm doing. What's the purpose of the drone? Look! It's a pump! Ah! Okay. Do we just drive? Okay. Let's just take a good drive to what could be the fossil excavation, wherever that is. Just yeah, let's take a detour because there's giant rocks in the way. And we're stuck. Road closed. Eat it. Bite it. I'm still going through it. Ah, that's why the road's closed. Okay, we're good. We might not be good. Alright, let's just get these logs out of the way. Woo! 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 Whoop! Woo! Whoop! Whoop! And whoop! Okay. That is the most solid piece of tape I've ever seen. Okay. Should be just straightforward, and then we remove the fossils. Didn't you forget fossil crates or excavation equipment? No, I didn't forget it. I'm very well aware that that stuff's there, but you just won't allow me to, you know, pick it up. Alright, back to the site. I feel like you could have fit at least 2 samples in one box. Like, do we really need a different box for each and every sample? I feel like we could have easily fit some of that stuff that we picked up into one single box. Alright. Pick you up, put you in. Let me just do one last check to make sure all the stuff that we looked at is absolutely, there's no more fossils left in this site. at all. Aha! Now granted, Dromaeosaurus is not a very big dinosaur. I don't even know if it's even bigger than a man. That one belongs to Utah Raptor. Dromaeosaurus is probably still half the size of a human, like Velociraptor. I believe so. I don't know. I think Dromaeosaurus is big, but not bigger than a man big. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I could definitely be potentially very wrong, but I don't know. Alright. Once again, we'll do one last look around. Oh, there's actually quite a bit of fossils, actually. You can fit. The crate is full. The rock was not that big. This could fit. Come on. It's nice that you can tell which rocks could potentially have a fossil. They made it very clear that they made some rocks color coded. This rock will most likely have a fossil, and those silver rocks will never. But again, this again comes into understanding what type of rocks you need to find in the first place to see what type of fossils we get. No, mainly sedimentary. You want to look out for sedimentary rocks. You probably might find something in metamorphic, but you're definitely not going to find anything in igneous. Igneous rocks are the rocks which are basically cooled down magma and lava and stuff. So yeah, any fossils that were there is absolutely incinerated. So yeah. I just wish there was a faster way of actually moving the fossils to the thingy. You know? Again, this is where the teams come in case of a situation like this occurs, where you do have lots of different fossil samples. You know, you want a good amount of people, different cars that can pick up multiple samples, rather than this scenario, me, the single paleontologist, going back and forth just to put all these different samples into this one car. It's always the ones that are very buried. Oh, is that a tooth? Nah, probably not. Would be cool if it's a tooth though. And there's a big chunk there, a couple stuff. That might be the pelvis. We don't have any free crates, don't we? Nah. Okay, hold on. Just move some of these in the car. Alright, I'll be back for the last ones. I hope I can pick up that last one. That last one that's not in a box. But okay. Oh, wait a second. Is this all I can carry? Can I only grab 3 boxes? This is one very God, man. The fossil, that's it. The fossil's broken now. Look, there's no doubt. That thing's broken now because of your bloody ridiculous flipping. What do you mean we can only bring 3 samples with us? What? Surely we can bring more. Why are we so unprepared? What? I want you to go into this dig site. You might find new dinosaurs there, but only bring 3 crates. There's so much stuff we could have gotten. I can't bring back half of the equipment of half the fossils. I better be able to go back to this place. Did you forget? Yeah, I know. I'm grabbing the excavation kit and stuff. I'm just gonna assume that the fossils are going to be at the museum when I get over there.